definitely. Silvana's just got such a well-rounded act as we see her.
On the inside now. Just trying to lock in a big number to put some pressure on Carissa here. She can fit a number of turns into a short amount of space, so the fact that she's down the line won't be an issue. She might even take to the air for us. Instead goes to that layback. You could tell she was loading up. She definitely has an advantage when she goes to the air. She's one of the best aerialists on the championship tour, but she just couldn't find a ramp there, so went to the layback. It didn't really work out. Not
really a conducive section for an aerial right there. Goes to the layback, like she's trying to throw in that variety. But Silvana, this mid-range wave, you see she's got to start giving it a little bit of momentum moving down the line. She's waiting for it to stand up for her. Just gets in that first transition maneuver. And then this is where we're talking about. She's going to load up for something big, and then unfortunately gets too far out on that face and can't bring it back around. At Winky Pop, and it seems like Carissa's made a move to that other section.
Let's see what she can do with it. This is her first attempt at locking in a score. Has looked so switched on through the rounds, but this wave she's going to give up on it. She gets out of there. You could see that wall was really pushing wide into deep water with a 9. Here we go, Silvana. Let's see if we can get a big number on the board for one of these two competitors. She's going to fall over a hill edge there and go down. So again, another low score. Season as we see some set lines rolling our way, Rosie, and this is a pretty sizey one. We'll see if Silvana can capitalise. She's out there. Carissa's got priority, but she's sitting a little further up the point here. Right up at uppers. Let's see if she can drive into this first section, let go of a big turn. A tricky one to read. She's going to get back up there once again. And down the line, Carissa's going to pick this one off. Well, just swings that tail over the foam. Has a nice section to work with here. And no surprises, she lays down a huge roundhouse cutback. So some real points on the inside, and Carissa just drifts over that end section. So a solid finish. A couple of hits on the outside, and that'll be the best wave of the heat.
Further down the line, Carissa elects to take off on this wave. I love the drift in the tail right there. Just such a patent Carissa Moore turn, and so is this right here. Great rebound, staying in that upper third of the wave, which gives the opportunity to come in with a bit more speed. That rail gets a little bit dirty, a little bit dug in there, but this last maneuver gets over that board, does so well to control it and ride out of it. So I think that's going to sit nicely with the judges, and Carissa's going to get. They both just have that backhand approach wide over those bigger sections, able to drift that tail. Beautiful surfing. Good to see Gabe into the quarterfinals.
Also good to see Silvana pick off a pretty decent ride here.
Yeah, Silvana Lima, you can see she almost went over her toes there, but managed to regain her composure and belt these couple of sections. This finishing maneuver was the best of that wave. So great answer back to Carissa's 7-point ride. Needs that 6-4-1.
Place to get your tickets. It's going to be a nation versus nation event. Both these competitors will be in that contest. And we're now seeing Carissa Moore chase down Silvana Lima's lead. She doesn't need much, just a 2.44. Leans on that layback, just getting some tail drift to start this right off. And now looking for major points on the inside, mixing up her approach to the lip. Always surfs with a lot of variation.
Sometimes Silvana just can get in her own way, and that's where she has to shrug it off and take a deep breath, because she gets forced to get frazzled easy. And we see Carissa working through these bumps so well. Her open face surfing just can't be beat. The way she lays down those turns, gets a little stuck on that bottom turn, but manages to rectify it, and then comes around for that swooping cutback. This is where the wave starts to stand up, and she really gets a dig in. And then another cutback, but just has to get out of that wave before it breaks on that shallow section.
Meanwhile, outside, 13.5 minutes to go. Lima takes off and tries to get rid of a 2.43. Tricky section to read. She's going to fall, and she'll get back out there for priority, though. That's the bonus.
It was tough, but I mean, it's tough for everyone. There's a bit of luck involved, you know, because all the way when you take off, they look the same, and some of them go okay, and some of them stop, or some of them close out. Like my last wave, I thought it was going to be such a sick one, and it just ended up running away from me. So, you know, it's just after all these years, Winky Pop wins, and I lose.
It leaves that wow factor with you.
Carissa's going to try and answer now. This heat is very close at this stage. She only needs a 5.03. And she opts out of this one. She's done that quite a bit. Always get a little bit concerned when someone as strong as Carissa is kicking out on waves, when she can actually turn in a 6 with one turn. A really good Australian surfer. And Carissa's up. So chasing a 5.03. This one without priority. So if she can get the number she needs, it's going to feel really good. Drives up into that section, just flowing at the moment. Now gets the opportunity to swing something. Throws that tail around and again climbs up into the pocket. This wave reeling off quite nicely as she looks for a big finish, but can't quite stick it. Just over 3 minutes to go. There'll be a question mark on that ride.
I'm baffled by two things. First of all, the fact that Carissa didn't finish that wave off, and secondly, that Silvana let it go with priority. That thing had such a beautiful wall on it. Silvana could have swung. There was enough space between them for Silvana to make that decision and go on that wave. You see, Silvana could have got into that wave with priority, but Carissa finds this open section. You can see it takes a long time for her to make connection with that lip, but when she does that floating maneuver, done so well, second connection, a lot of spray, and then throws that tail around. So there's variety in every maneuver she's done. Whips it around again, tries to get too far out on that open face, and then just loses it right there. So what's that, the third time that we've maybe seen Carissa fall on a wave now?
Could be a wave approaching out the back. Well, this is a smaller wave, and Silvana's going to have to get a lot of work done on it. 10 seconds remaining. Let's see what she can do. She needs a 5.53. Decent start. Out onto the open face again and gaps into this section. The heat coming to a close now. The hooter sounding. And Silvana continues to hammer this medium-sized wave right down the line to the inside. She'll get the finish she needs. And she flexes. That feels good for Silvana.
Under pressure, what a way to keep your composure. I mean, we spoke about that mistake that she made, letting Carissa go with priority, but then just to keep it all together when that opportunity comes your way. What does she need? A 5.53. I think she's got it, Ron.
She had a certain rhythm to this wave. Carissa's wave was a little sleepy. It didn't move at the same pace. Silvana got some real speed going.
Yeah, you could see that aggressive approach from the get-go. It really set her up to dig deep into this one. You can see a lot of critical section opening up for her. That third turn, so 3 different maneuvers, and then seals the deal with that last maneuver without a doubt.
And I think the judges agree. She was chasing a mid-range 5. She banked a 7.27. And she was on track to ring the bell for a second time. Another big quarterfinal heat just around the corner. Tatiana Weston-Webb will take on Nikki Van Dyke. Stay with us.